Annemarie LaTulip. Welcome, Annemarie, to Wow, Look Who's Here. I'm so excited you're here.
Hi, Sherri. Oh my goodness, this is so much fun. I'm so happy to be here.
You and I always have fun together. First off, we got to get that right out of the way.
Yes, we do.
We always laugh and we always have a good time. But today we're going to talk about something that you are doing, and it's really something that you are really exceptionally good at. I know because I've been a recipient of your great expertise. But you are really, really good at funnel building. Can
Yeah.
you share with our audience, Annemarie, what is a funnel first off, and what would somebody use it for?
Oh my God, I love this question. Okay, so a funnel is not a website, believe it or not. There's a difference. So a funnel is where you take your customer on a journey from awareness to taking an action. It has one option and one option only, as opposed to a website that has a lot of different choices for the viewer to check out, right? Sometimes too many, and it can lead to confusion. Whereas a funnel is a place you take them to either capture their email address and then bring them to the next level to make a bigger purchase, ultimately leading to your high ticket offer at the end of the funnel. So it's basically a hand holding process for your potential client.
I love that. So, like, the obvious question, has there anybody that's ever not been used a funnel? Like, maybe they don't have one for themselves, but they've actually participated in a funnel, whether they knew it or not. Wouldn't you
Yeah.
say that's
Anytime you've ever clicked on an ad, clicked on an ad or a link in an email from somebody that you're on their email list, you're in a funnel. Especially if you've given them your email address, then you're completely in the funnel, because then we can talk about follow-up funnels, which are email sequences, right?
Right. And I think that's interesting, because some people watching might think, well, I don't need that, but you should understand it. And you should understand it as a consumer. And no, I think you should be aware of what you're going into. But like, everybody's in them, whether they realize it or not, right? The grocery stores, you go to Kohl's or wherever, whatever store you set foot in, Bath and
Yep.
Body, where you give your email, you just walked into a funnel. So, like, if people say, well, I don't do that, well, you do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
You
as
do it all
simple
the time.
as, McDonald's, would you like fries with that? Like they're following through with the sales process, right? To make you spend more money ultimately. But in its simplest terms, really a funnel is just a series of web pages strung together to take the customer or client on a journey. And I think that's why people get them confused with websites, because they are technically web pages, but they're just very, very different. Their objective and purpose are different than websites.
Yeah, and I think actually a funnel, actually, usually, correct me if I'm wrong, is going to take you through a natural process of finding out what you're looking for. Like, so if you go to, just like you mentioned McDonald's, if you go to the ordering stand and you click it, it's going to ask you, do you want this, do you want that, or give you other things to select to make sure that you get the value and what you want, right? Like, that's what a funnel really is. A
Yep.
funnel helps you pick and choose the things that you want to solve your problem. I'm hungry. I need, to sell my course, or I need to sell my book, or, I need
Yeah.
to
I need
share my information with the world.
yeah, I need skincare. I mean, it's even for products like that, right? I need skincare. You buy a bottle of skin cream, and then the next page it says, "Oh, wait a second. You probably need something for maybe under your eyes too if you need skin cream." You know what I mean? So it's really just providing as much value at the same time as making a loyal client. So,
Absolutely. And I do think sometimes people get confused and thinks it is only about sales, but it's not only about that. And I know, from working with you, that is one of the things that it helps to, because we'll just put it out there. There's all kinds of things you can say, build a funnel in 30 seconds and, we'll do it for you and stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Not the
yeah.
same
Can I speak to
as
that
what
really
you
quick?
do.
Yeah, because this is so important to understand that building a funnel page is fairly simple, because a funnel doesn't have to be fancy. It really can be very plain. And in fact, I'll mention an example of a very plain funnel is Alex Hormozy. I don't know if you've ever seen his
Yeah.
funnels, but they're very plain, but they convert like crazy. what's important when you're looking for a funnel builder like me is the strategy, right? So there's so much more to the funnel than what it looks like. It's about how it functions, how the value ladder is stacked and arranged, the flow of the funnel. All of that stuff is so important. And so when people go and spend $100 to build a funnel or a landing page, they're not getting the expertise of the strategy. And that's what sets, you know, people in my coaching, because I'm in coaching every day, almost for hours a day in Russell Brunson's certified coaching program. And that's what we're learning, you know, is the strategy of the marketing.
And I think that just makes such a difference. You point out the fact that, I always like to say, don't hire any kind of a coach or any kind of expert like that unless they already have a coach or an expert that is helping them, because we're always in an ever growing learning situation.
Absolutely.
We should be.
Yeah.
And it points out that even though you fully know how to do that, Annemarie, you're still investing in your learning. And that's to the benefit of the clients that you serve, right? That
Right.
you're continuing to learn, you're continuing to improve. And we should mention it's an ever-changing landscape, right?
It
Like,
is. Yeah.
try to keep up. If you're not in this particular digital space, if you're not, keeping your finger on the pulse all the time, you're going to be doing outdated stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the reality.
Especially with the entrance of AI into the mix. I mean, it's really been a game changer, because in a good way and in a bad way, because there are now all of these AI platforms that build funnels, right? But then you have a cookie cutter funnel page that everybody else has with different colors, you know?
Yeah, and I'd like for you, just before we wrap up, we're gonna offer a cool
Yeah.
freebie for everybody that we're gonna come back to. But and I forgot to do this. Oh, welcome.
Oh, thank you. Hi.
This is what it's like being on an interview with Sherri. Anyway, we're gonna learn some more about that and some of the things that you do. But I really would like for you to share, what the difference is, because we know there are those kinds of programs. What is the real benefit of somebody working with you, an actual human listening to you and sharing what you want to give value to? What's the real benefit? Can you share that, as opposed to using like a program like that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really a hands-on experience. When I work with somebody, it's from the minute I sign them on to the minute I'm done and they're making money, I am there every step of the way. Um, it's collaboration. It's really just a team experience. It's not here, you're going to send me your fonts and your colors. I'm going to build something and email you the link, and there you go. See you later. That's not how I work, and none of us do really that are in this certification learning program. I mean, it's just a real is consultative. Is that a word? Consultative. It's a consultative experience from beginning to end. And that's so important to someone who is, they're trusting their entire business in me, right? I mean, most of the time it's all of their funnels, if they have them already, that and they're not converting. It's their website, sometimes it's their branding, it's their messaging. It's all encompassing. It's the entire business. And so that's a lot to trust somebody with. So it has to be a real, hand holding, kind of a journey together, like from start to end.
And I appreciate that, Annemarie, because that's very much how you were, and really asking, what do I need? What am I looking for? And it's those questions. AI cannot really give you that human interaction of that, which is the benefit, obviously, of working with somebody of your caliber. And really, that conversion is everything, right? And also making sure that your clients are served appropriately and that they get what they need. And if it's not set up correctly, I think the other thing I would just jump out there and say, that if you're using some of those other tools to do that, I don't know that you have an integrated delivery, right? Like, if you don't have a person who understands what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish, with the funnel. I feel like you might have a piece right here and this one might work over here, but it's not cohesive.
Yeah. And AI is great if you know how to use it. And the problem is a lot of people don't. And one of the most important things about the funnel, other than how it works in the back end, like I mentioned earlier, but on the front end, is the messaging. And if your messaging is wrong, then you're not going to be reaching the people that need what you're offering. You're not going to reach the people that have the pain point that you're trying to solve, right? Without the right messaging. And so
Absolutely.
AI can only do so much if you don't know how to prompt it. And so a lot of these platforms that are funnel building platforms don't have the capability to really prompt the way it would need to be prompted.
Yeah, they don't know how to understand what it is you're trying to do.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you for clarifying that. So
Yeah.
I did put the website up on because I know people will love you as much as I do.
Oh, you're so sweet.
And you can learn more about what Annemarie is doing at growyourfield.com, which I love that because her last name is LaTulip. It's
And
so
my
great.
company's name is Tulip Field. So it all goes together.
There you go. It's all in one. So tell us really quickly, Annemarie, what can they find at growyourfield.com?
Yeah. So first, I want to say it is under construction because, of course, as a funnel builder, I'm so busy working on everybody else's projects that I haven't finished my own. Right. But no, it looks great. There's just a couple of things that are still under construction, but you will be able to find a link to my podcast, which is how I met Sherri. I had her on my podcast. So you'll be able to check that out. And also, you'll be able to check out my blog, which is my takes on my different podcast episodes. So those are all on my website. You can learn more about my funnel building there and some of the other services that I provide.
That's
And my
amazing.
freebie, which Sherri, I think you're going to talk about, right?
Yes, I wanted to share a freebie. I'm sharing it. No, I'm sharing your freebie. That's what it is. So tell us a little bit. I know you wanted to give a free gift for our viewers. So tell us a little bit about what your freebie is.
Yeah, so this is just a get started funnel checklist if you're interested in possibly learning how to build your own funnels, which is great. This will help you. It'll help you with lay out the steps. It's a really entry level for someone that really has no experience with funnels before. And then there's also a link to connect with me if you feel like you might want to do a strategy session.
I love that. And they should definitely do that so they can learn why they need to hire you and your expertise because you are absolutely amazing, Annemarie. And I have so enjoyed this time with you. And I love sharing people that have your kind of expertise and just your light because it goes along with it, right? And I will just say you are the whole package and truly a wow warrior. As I like to say, when you walk into a room, the only thing that can be said is wow.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Thank you for being my guest today, Annemarie, on Wow, Look Who's Here. Please visit growyourfield.com and grab your freebie there. Read the blog, watch the podcast. It's amazing. She has such interesting people on there. I've watched many episodes. So I appreciate you, Annemarie. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.